Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is go around all the edges. If it's a factory installed carpet, the carpet goes underneath the walls. So you want to take your utility knife, cut over and over again until you get down to the floor. Once you get there, you're just going to peel the carpet back as you go. Pull it back, and then you have to just keep doing that all the way around the room. Cut, like my man over here, Billy. Cut right down the wall. Alright, once you get the carpeting out, you'll find what you got going on here. And this is from the bathroom sink. You know that's a hole. That's from the bathroom area. That's another hole. Yep. Another hole, so that's very weak. If I can step through it, it needs to be coming out. The whole bathroom's like that, we know that. Careful around these vents. I can't stress it enough. Be double careful around your vents. Do not disturb that vent. Take all the staples out or the nails out that may be around it before you try to take the wood out from around it, because you will mess that vent up. Very hard to replace or fix. Alright, I thought we had linoleum coming through here on this floor, but it stopped right there. You can see where a few drinks have been spilled. Here we come back here to this other side, so we wouldn't have known anything was going on. Would have tore out part of the floor. And oh yeah. This is the most likely places for you to have situations. Around windows, window areas, same thing, window areas. And this might have been before she got her metal roof put on, but nevertheless, it has to come out now because it's soft enough to walk through. No sense in doing part of the floor, not doing it all. Okay, so that's where we're at. Now we're going to start cutting the linoleum that's down around the edge, get rid of it. Out in the middle of the room like I am right now, what I did is I just cut a hole. Literally cut a hole in the floor. Nice square hole where I know nothing's in there, no wires, no nothing. Just very carefully. Cut me a hole down through here, and you can set your saw blade depth by that, because you don't want to cut all the way through. Cut around some of these walls, you're cutting wires. So you're not cutting all the way through, and you just clean it up after. It's already recording, just hold it for me when I'm cutting these across these things, so I know what to do. You'll find the same thing on your end walls. Now, the reason why their flooring is solid here is because this plywood goes all the way to the outside band. That 2x6 band that's right there goes all the way to the outside, so it makes it solid right here. It's not going to be solid when I cut that out, so therefore, to make it solid, I have to reframe from here to there, in between every one, bring it out however far it has to come so my plywood can nail down to it. Of course, that's not the end. We're still cutting that back to the wall. Okay, this is the exact reason why I tell you don't cut all the way through your floor, like I did not cut through the floor, because pipes run real close. If you cut right down through the floor, I cut through that pipe. You don't want to cut through your pipes or your wires. Now I'm taking a sawzall, cutting right down this wall to bring it flush, so we can frame out here to hold my new floor. Gotta have something to hold my new floor in there, so cut that. You run it down with a skill saw, and then you want to come back with your sawzall and cut it out like that, flush with the wall. Cut them strips right out. Sawzall, right here. Alright, as you can see, we went around a skill saw, and now we've cut that off, even with the wall. Cut it right off, everywhere, all around the whole outside edge, even with the wall. That's so that we can reframe for our flooring. Notice under this wall there is nothing. That's normal. Just reframe. It's not going to go anywhere. It's supported right there. We'll clean this up right here and be ready to start doing some framing. Okay, now what you want to do, once you get your wall cleaned up, there's no nails and everything hanging down, break them off, cut them off, whatever you got to do. Hold your 2x4 down through there. Yes, sir, and like my man Billy's here doing, we're adding a 2x4 to the outside wall right there. All the way down. Tight against the outside, lift up really tight with another board or something. You got it, Billy. And then just screw it. Now if you notice, it's still, with that 2x4 added back there, it's still not coming out far enough for your floor. So, we've got to add to it. If you notice, we put a second one on top. Now you can look down that wall and you can see a 2x. That gives you something to screw to all the way down. And what I did was I put it up to the floor here and just used the leverage. This board is the leverage here. So lift, hold it up while Billy went down screwing. On this wall here, it took 3 pieces to come out like that. 1, 2, 3, right on top of each other, all screwed to the outside band. Next. Right there, next one. This is the 3rd one. It took 3 on this one. 3 and then drill them together. There you go. If you don't have something back there, put it there. See? You didn't have none of that. And now we do. You just got to put it there. I used a piece of wood and I went from here to there, across to there to get the height of that, because under that wall it's swelled up so bad. The back one dropped down so far I couldn't get it up where I wanted it to because of that swelled floor. I'm going to chuck a lot of this stuff, more of that out, but I wanted to get it this here level with this, and this. So all you do is take either a chalk line or a string line, run it across there, or you can take a 2x4 that will fit in there and lay it on the flat, and pull that up until it touches. Other than that, we'll frame this thing out. Tomorrow we'll clean this insulation up. Still got to clean up the insulation, re-insulate, and then put my plywood down. We're using 2337 plywood. Framing is just about done. Then we're going to get in here tomorrow and tear out that part and reframe it. Get most of this floor put down tomorrow. That's where we're at. On this wall here, you can also notice that it's flush right here. This floor, so I can't bring my floor in here over to here because this stuff's in the way. So it's got to go. I got to take it off right to the wall. It's about, I don't know, an inch. Take an inch of it out, so it looks like that. So it looks like this down through there. Have that little ledge. So that little bit right there has got to come out so we have the same ledge all the way down through there. Gives us something to nail our plywood to.